a law firm where I'm associated with called IPG Law Group. We wanted to take these juveniles very seriously. The whole idea behind is this, that Juvenile Justice Reformation Act was reformed in 2018, but initially it was in 1974. But then a lot of things happens, everybody's busy. They don't really look after the juveniles. Everybody just, throws stones at each other. So we thought that somebody has to take it. So I took the initiative, but I cannot do all by myself. I have a wonderful team. I'll introduce my team shortly, but I have a wonderful team who agreed with my vision that these juveniles needs to be taken care. Because when we say that children are the future of this country, that means what? Children of all ages, all sex, all races, all creed, all colors. That includes juveniles, because everybody are children. Everybody are children of God. And yes, they have done some mistake. That's why they were incarcerated. But that doesn't mean they are not going to get a second chance. If God can give us second, third, fourth, unlimited chances, definitely we can give it. So my whole idea is that we are launching this program where juvenile releases, the juvenile, those are released from the incarceration, they can be well handled. They can be groomed properly. They can be given a hope. They will be taken care. They'll be provided housing. They'll be provided money. They'll be provided clothing. They'll be providing a job. They'll be getting an on-job training. They'll be having a nice life. Nobody helps them. But you know what? Children and the parents, those who have children, those who are incarcerated, I am telling you this because we care about the children, because we want these children to get a second chance. We want them to have a decent life. We want them to be the best citizens of United States. And I am so glad that I could bring up a team of people, those who are going to help me in making this dream successful. And one of the person who is facilitating this so that my voice could be heard by all of you is Brother Willie from CFC. Because of this radio show, I can reach out to all of you. This is wonderful. I really want to thank God for facilitating this through Brother Willie. And also, I cannot thank enough to Brother Gary, who is part of this team, helping me to make this happen. I can't even stop thanking enough to Clem Goa, who is not only a CPA, but also he is the chairman of the board of Voice of the Kids, and also he's part of this IPG group. Last but not the least, who is here with us is John Marcus, who is the CEO of Windsor Driving School. He's a phenomenal individual. He's also been known as Brother John, because we all are brothers here. And because we all are brothers, we all are children of God. So because of him, I got inspired that this program, these juveniles, those who are released from incarceration, to have a hope. He gave me that hope. So we want to introduce this plan to all of you. Please help us to make sure each of these juveniles, they get a home and they are successful in their life. I would like to kind of bring John to this equation, because of his ability to provide this to different juveniles, different individuals, those who come out from this incarceration. John, could you please tell me exactly what is your idea behind this, how you can help to complete this vision which I have, so that all the juveniles in United States can see that they have a hope.
Thank you. John, right before, listen, we're talking about something very interesting. Call into the radio station if you want to talk to John Marks, 212-219-9695. Follow us we're on Facebook at facebook.com. We're live. You can see our faces, facebook.com/Khanna, the number 4 kids. Thank you for the interruption, John. I'm handing it back to you.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for the invite. The plan that we have in place is growing every single day with ideas how to make this better. And the plan is to help those that need it. I'm a firm believer with an old Zig Ziglar philosophy. When you help enough people get what they want, we will get what we want and need and deserve. So our plan is to, because I happen to be fortunate enough to run quite a few different corporations, and one of them is a truck driving school where anyone with no education, no high school diploma can become a CDL truck driver. And we can guarantee you to get a license within 4 weeks, not 4 years like in college. Minimum payment or possible even a free tuition to come to our school if you qualify. After you graduate within 4 weeks, we help you with job placement or guarantee you a job driving a truck, which is what we do for the last 26 years. We have trained over 18,000 students and changed people's lives doing that. All you need is a car license. To become a CDL license, you must have a car license.
18,000. Wow, 18, that's a lot. That's phenomenal, John.
Yep. Correct. The idea is to get you to a job as soon as possible so you can earn income and support yourself and your family. So we have programming together where we teach you how to fish. For example, we'll invite someone to come in, we pay for the tuition, we train you, follow school rules and policy, and then you bring somebody else that you might recommend, that you vouch for, to come along next to you, and you're going to teach them how to do the same exact thing, which is teaching how to fish versus giving someone a fish dinner. This is Hector next to me. He's one of our trainers here at Windsor Driving School for the last 4 years, and he's going to give you a little speech about what he feels he has to give back. He has now, for the last 4 years, have trained hundreds of individuals how to become CDL drivers. He came to school here about 4 years ago, got a CDL license, and now makes a decent income training. He prefers training than he does driving. Remember, the average driving income out there is about $55,000, $60,000 a year. So if I get you a career in 4 weeks, making $60,000 a year, a legit operation, you can go local, regional, over the road. It's a fantastic opportunity for you. Hector, what are you going to say?
Hey, John.
Yeah,
John,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Don't you, I know you did introduce me with Hector before. Don't you see Hector coming from this program which we are launching here from the incarceration, so that he's not only a ordinary person walking from the street to join the job, join your driving school, but he's a special candidate who can reveal to the audience today that what does it mean to be incarcerated, and when you come out, what does that mean, and how did John help you to get a hope? This is exactly what we are trying to provide here to the large population of juveniles.
Very good. Hector, you're on.
So,
Now,
I met John the first couple of days I was here. I was someone who was incarcerated. And after finishing the course, I was offered the opportunity to help people get their CDL. So I did feel this drive to give back to the adults that were here in the school. And that not only made me feel like I can give back and I can share my experiences discreetly with other people, but I was also able to help others and at the same time help myself by kind of, you know, reinforcing all the positive things that I had learned throughout my incarceration.
So Hector,
That's wonderful,
that,
Hector.
go ahead,
Sorry,
Doctor.
Gary, go ahead.
Hector, did you find that this opportunity you had for a position, for a job, changed your life, maybe got you out of the lifestyle that you were in when you were incarcerated? Did it change you in any way?
It gave me an opportunity to, you know, it gave me an opportunity to help my self-esteem, number one. I think that's
Structure.
yeah, also structure. But it helped change the way I see myself. You
Let
know,
me ask you, Hector, one question. I want to go back a little bit.
okay.
Before you came, or before you, let's say, and this is for the sake of our conversation here, so that the audience can hear, so that the community can hear that what it takes, you as an individual, when you were incarcerated, and let's say you know that tomorrow you're going to get out, what was your feeling that when you get out tomorrow, what are you going to see the world? What kind of feeling did you have?
It's life changing. It's one of those moments in life that you don't forget. It's almost like
Okay, but my question is that when you did you know that when you come out you are going to find a job, or you're going to walk in and you're going to go find a
no,
place?
you
Oh,
don't you don't know. You
you
never
don't
know.
know, right?
Correct.
Did anybody really help you to shape your feelings when you got out of that gate and that time? Did anybody help you that, okay, here you go, I'm going to take you for a training, I'm going to give you a job within 4 weeks, and I will give you a house, I'll give you food, did anybody do that to you?
No, most of it was only shown to us in theory. At the end of the day, it was up to us to initiate any type of job search, any type of help, any type of, you know, program from the government or from any private organization. It was up to us to initiate it at the
Well,
end of the day. So no, it wasn't really constructed or set out for me. I had to kind of look for it myself.
So nobody welcomed you. That, okay, you came out of the incarcerated, or the wonderful home you used to live. Okay, you came out of it. Nobody just invited you. Hey, hey, welcome. Come on, give you a big hug. And all this.
No, there was no welcome coming back home. It was more of like, okay, you know, the next chapter is going to begin now.
so then let me ask you a question. Um, eh, in relation to the other persons that also left similar facilities that you are aware of, how has your particular path been very different from their paths? What that makes this particular opportunity a unique opportunity and helpful. In other words, you got out, there was no promises, but you fell into the path of John Mark, and he gave you an opportunity. And because of that, your life is back on track, or on some track. Now, the other people who didn't get those opportunities, are you in touch with any one of them? And what is their situation?
The guy from today, for example.
Well, one guy from today that I heard, he was in a union, and sad to say that details about his past were disclosed to the public, and you know, the public wasn't very happy about what they heard, understandably so, because of the nature of his crime. And his job might be in jeopardy. There's uncomfortability at his job. So this is the stuff that we face every day. And if you're not mentally strong, these are things that can make you stumble, not totally fall down, hopefully not stumble down, but not it's a little bit of a stumbling block. He asked me for some information on the truck driving school because he said, hey, I want to have options.
Well, that's
So,
great.
Based on his past, based on the nature and the specificity of his crime, like he's gonna have a little road ahead of him that he's gonna have to figure out. Now, I know him personally, so he's well equipped in terms of having interventions and having some type of, coping mechanisms in place, but not everybody has them. I was
Thank you.
fortunate enough to be in a place where I was taught those things, and I use those things every day. I'll die using those things every day.
And that's exactly what we're trying to accomplish via Voice of the Kids, Dr. Khanna. We're trying to help more incarcerated youth get on the right path rather than fall back into their
Gary,
past.
just
Yes.
to jump in. Its name is Hector.
Yes.
Yeah, ask Hector how did he come to meet John, or what caused him, because he was just getting out of prison. We've got tons and tons of people coming out of the prisons, and they've changed.
You can ask him, Willie.
Ask
You
him
can ask him,
yourself.
Brett, he can hear you.
I can
Oh, okay. Yeah, Hector, how did you meet John, or how did you come about to be a truck driver? I know after you met John, but how did you meet John?
So I was maybe home around 4 years already before I met John. I was released in about 2012.
How old were you at the time when you got released?
What was that?
How old were you when you got released?
I would say 31, 32.
Okay.
Were you wandering around for years?
Yeah, I was, going from job to job. Some of the jobs were well paying, but really didn't have substance.
Hector, I had to jump in there. I just want to ask you something. Look, if we were able to implement some type of program right in the prison for people that are being released, would that be more of a help? Because you say you roamed around for about 4 years, but we've got people that are coming out of jail and they're going back to the same situation that they left. And that's only going to lead to the same situation that they left. It's going to get them put back in jail. But if we can somehow get a system, if you had that system that from the day you were released, and they said, hey, here is a company that's willing to take you, is willing to give you a chance, would it have been better for you, or just, with you coming out with doing the 4 years?
It would definitely help. I think at the end of the day, and this is me speaking from an incarcerated person's a person who was incarcerated, speaking, it would help a great deal. And I think, you need to also kind of see where the individual is at and see if he would, want to be a part of it. But I think it would help. It would help because there's already a lot of things that we have to deal with. So having a plus rather than a negative or something that's a responsibility could help. Yeah, it could help a great deal.
Well,
That's
Willie,
great.
you know
So
that we have something in place already, as you know, Willie, and we're working, Dr. Khanna's working with it. If you know anybody.
I have a question. Gary. Sorry. And, for Hector. Hector, my question to you is, and Willie started this conversation by how do you feel that if somebody would be picked up, as soon as they come up? You said, and I was very, very touched by hearing that when you came out, nobody gave you a hug, nobody gave you a welcome, okay? Because the person who does not know what you go through when you are incarcerated, okay, it's like a war, going to a combat and fighting for the country, okay, and then you come back then there is a welcome note there. Okay, so yes, you made a mistake. Everybody makes a mistake.
I made a bad
Okay.
choice, not a mistake. I made a bad choice.
Okay.
It was a
Okay.
choice.
Let's use that. I love your choice of the words. You made a bad choice. You ended up in a war. Okay, but that war was for yourself. So you fought that. You learned a lesson, and when you came out, nobody was there to accept you. Nobody was there to facilitate you. And you said everybody gave you theory. Okay, well, that's the rule. That's the rule of the government, to give you all the theories. Okay, here you go. This is the map. You got to go to this center. You got to go to this. You got to go to this. But does anybody understand what you went through? How many years you were in that box? Okay, when you came out with the open air. Okay, and nobody was there to show you the path. It is easy to give you a piece of paper and say, okay, here, go call this number, will give you psychological help. Call this number, will give you this help. Call this number, you will get a house. Call this number. But you know what? In reality, that's not how it works. And I can feel it. I can understand it. But go ahead.
I think well, there were to give some credit to the specific place that I was in. There were a lot of teachings and there were a lot of things, but there are some things that are unforeseen, right? And I think that's what
Correct.
you guys are trying to get at.
That's
And
right.
what I feel about what you guys are doing is it's going to help a lot. There are so many other systems in place already for people who don't have money and are homeless, for people who don't have any type of mental illness, and I think there should be either a system in place that can help individuals with that specific type of background. Everybody has bits and pieces to like an idea, but I think this is a good start, because if you guys
this is exactly what I was going to tell you, Hector.
It's needed.
That how would you feel? Let's say you rewind yourself back. How would you feel if we wait for you with a nice car in front of the incarcerated in that facility, and when you come out, we give you the opportunity we welcome you, we take you. It's like more like a package deal. We give you money, we give you housing, we show you everything. It is of course your choice. We cannot force it to you, but we'll give you all these options, and then we will give you, if you need medical help, you need psychological help, we'll provide all of this, and then we'll put you in the path of getting some type of on-job training. It could be the trucking industry, it could be a real estate industry, it could be taxing, it could be in me being a lawyer, I'm talking, it could be in a paralegal industry, it could be IT industry. Many industries are there. We'll give you those opportunities so that you can understand that you can pick. Okay, and we will lay out, we'll sit down with you, we'll give you just like your family member would do. Okay, instead of everybody giving you rejection. Okay, if we bring that, how would you feel?
It's definitely a weight off your shoulders.
Exactly. Okay, means, my dear audience, this is what we would like to bring to you, to the society, to the community, because Hector is one of millions of incarcerated individuals coming out every single day, where they have no hope, they have no sunshine, they think. But you know what? I want to make everybody feel that there is a hope. If God exists, there is a hope. If God has given us the hope every day, when we wake up, we open our eyes, we see that we are breathing. So in that same way, when an incarcerated individual comes out of the of the facility, they should have a hope. This is exactly what we are trying to provide here as a package. I want all of you to bless this. I want all of you to kind of help us to find those individuals, because these children are the future of this country. You never
Thank
know.
you,
These
Jim.
children could be the
Yes.
best lawyer after 10 years. These children will be the best doctors. This could be a best of lot of things.
Thank you,
So I
Doctor. We're
really,
coming to the end
yeah,
here. I just
yes,
want
I know. This is very important, and I want to also kind of come out and say, because I'm so excited about this program getting launched here. I you know, again, this is something I really thank both Hector and his boss, that is John Marcus, and wonderful person who is facilitating, who is allowing this program to come up, who is allowing this program to make a next stage. And guess what? A lot of good people are going to join us today only. And I'm giving this a confirmation. Today only, one of the very important lawyer of Rockland County joined this program.
Well,
He
we're
wants
getting ready
to
to go
help
to a
because
break.
he's been
We're going to be
in
right
this
back
with the
with
incarceration
to the end,
program
Khanna.
with the court.
Dr. Khanna,
So we're going to be doing some things very
you've
shortly.
been cut off.
We're going to be taking a break.
Was
Station
that?
identification.
We're off
And
the
we're going
air.
to continue to talk about the reparations bill.
That
I
way?
got
Yeah. I wanted to give you contact information. You didn't get a chance. Are we back on, Willie? Willie, we
yeah,
here?
we're going to be. You got about a minute.
That's fine. Dr. Khanna, I'm gonna turn it back to you. Thank you, Clem. I know this has been busy.
Thank you very much, Gary. Why don't you close it? Because this is like I love this show. I love the audience to understand what we are trying to do. We are giving a solution here, and I want to make sure that juveniles are taken care properly, like our children. Okay, they are our children. So please, Gary, I turn on the microphone to you.
Thank you. Listen, contact us. It's really simple at contactkforkhanna.com, contactk.com, and fill out the form. If you are incarcerated, or you recently got out of incarceration, or you know someone in incarceration and you want to give them an opportunity, you want to give them a job, you want to give them a career that pays money. You heard from Hector. He got out of the life. He got out of the criminal life.
We're going to be going over to the other side. Listen,
all right,
contactk.com.
contactk.com. Thank you.
Gary, you can hang on if you want. You guys can hang on, stay with us. Listen, we just want to make sure we're letting you know that we're doing something about the problems that we're having. The young men that's coming out of prison, the men that they don't have anything to go to. We're putting things in place so that we can really make an effect and do something so they don't have to go back to the prisons. So listen, just keep it locked right here. We're going to be going to a station identification on the other side, and we still have our brother, our doctor.
And remember, we're all brothers and sisters.
So we just want you to continue to hang in there, and we'll be back in a little bit, Dr. Khanna, because we're talking about a few other things too regarding some of the things that's happening to us on the other side. But we will be back after this commercial, this station identification. So our audience, please don't leave. Keep it right there. Keep it locked right here. This is the Christian Fellowship Council. We'll be right back.
If you want to stay on. Dr. Khanna, read the text. Do you want to stay?
What is the next segment?
Well, he's asking us if we want to stay on and continue. It's we have to jointly decide, or if we're done.
I think we passed the message. It was sweet and short. So
Good.
I think the audience got it.
I think so.
There's no reason for staying on for the next segment. Somebody else can take advantage of it. So
Very good.
Okay.
I really wanted to thank John. I really wanted to thank Claim. Hector, when I come and see you on Friday, hopefully I can see you on Friday, and then we will. This program has launched already. We just want to officially, make sure that everybody understands the seriousness of this program and the importance of this program. Okay, and I want you to be an advocate of this, because Hector, let me tell you this. I love you. And the reason I love you, because you went through so much and you can contribute so much to your brothers and sisters, those who are coming out of the incarceration. Just make sure, give them this one line mantra, that is, don't give up hope. Okay?
Never.
Hope is the key for this whole program. There's nothing else I'm promoting. All I'm doing is I'm just trying to give hope to every juveniles coming out of the incarceration.
Keep hope alive.
Yes. At least for those people who we're still on live on the internet, contactk.com. Okay, we're going to end here. Thank you all. Thank you, Dr. Khanna. Thank you, Clem. I'm sorry we didn't get to you as much as we wanted to. It was a busy day.
No, that's okay. That's okay, because I just seeing Hector enough is good enough for me. I know he's going to teach me Spanish, so I'm okay with it.
Okay, good day, everybody. Thank
Good
you.